How's it going, gang? Chris Card's back through the mail. Monday 7 returns for you today. Our first is a mystery coming from God knows where. Hope everyone out there had a great weekend. A fourth straight video for Chris Cards. That's some kind of record, probably. John Pasella back. John Pasella, a former fourth-round draft pick of the Mets back in 1974. Coincidentally got into 74 games in his 6-year big league career, making his major league debut on his birthday, 21 years old, on September 15th, 1977. That's a hell of a birthday. A great shot of him on 1981 Topps with his hat flying off, making him look like he's throwing 600 miles an hour, which he wasn't. That would be a record. We would have heard about that, I'm sure. But he was not very good at the major league level and got more chances than you would think someone with his numbers would get. But he must have had dirt on somebody because he kept getting tries. 5 different teams in those 6 years. Nice return from John Pasella. Nice to get these cards signed. Awesome first return for us here on Through the Mail Monday. Let's move on, guys, to return number 2. Houston, Texas for our second return. And we have an inscription, hopefully, on an 84 Topps card. 83 All-Star. Bill Dolly here. Bill Dolly, who was an All-Star in 1983, drafted originally by the Reds back in 1976. He did get a crack at the big leagues till the Reds traded him to the Astros in 1983 in spring training, and he made the roster out of spring training for the Astros as a reliever. Actually saved 14 games that year for the Astros on his way down. Probably his best year of his career, and of course an All-Star berth. A nice return from Bill Dolly here. 87 Topps Tiffany signed for the set. No inscription on that, though. I did ask for the inscription on the 84 Topps card. Did not know what to inscribe on the 87 Topps card, so just kind of left it blank. Did send a nice card, though. Signature didn't come out that great. 7 years in the bigs, 3 of those with the Astros, 5 different teams overall. A nice return from Bill Dolly. Let's move on, guys, to return number 3. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, our next return right here. Return number 3. 4 more to go after this one. And we've got Jim Leland on a 93 Topps Gold manager card, along with Tony La Russa, who, of course, I think still signs through the White Sox. So I'm going to give this a shot and try to get this completed. Beautiful card. A great signature by Jim Leland. I think I knocked his signature the last time I got him a couple years ago on an 87 Topps. I said it was very small and tiny. I think what he does is on an 87 Topps card, he tries to fit it into the lightest area of the card so you can read it. And unfortunately, it's a very tiny spot. I think that's where he signs the card. On lighter cards, such as this one, you can see he has a beautiful signature, is not rushed, and looks really good. 80 years young, this man must have an iron lung from all the cigarettes he smoked, and he's still around. Nice from him. 1997 World Series champion with the Marlins. 3-time manager of the year. Of course, spent many years with Pittsburgh, many years with Detroit. In fact, Detroit retired as number 10 last year. Awesome return from Jim Leland. He is tough to get, and I got him. Thank God. Hopefully Tony can finish off this card. It will look awesome when it does. This is a slab-worthy completion if I get it. 2 Hall of Famers. Let's move on, guys, to return number 4. Alrighty, Des Moines, Iowa for our next return. Not too many returns from Iowa, but we've got one right here, so get excited. And we've got Casey Blake. Casey Blake with a head-first dive into home as a Dodgers. 13-year career. 6 with Cleveland, 4 with the Dodgers, 3 with the Twins. Spent 1999, his debut year, with the Blue Jays, who drafted him out of Wichita State. Nice little career as a corner infielder and sometimes outfielder. Casey Blake, nice return from him. Never made an All-Star game, never won a World Series ring, just had a pretty average career. Still made $30+ million in his career, though. Nice return from Casey Blake. A little bit of modern. I mean, this is, considering what I normally get back, this is as modern as this is going to get here on Through the Mail Monday. So, nice return from Blake. A great friend of the TTMer. There's information. Let's move on, guys, to return number 5. Santa Ana, California for our 5th return of the day here. We got quite a few things in this envelope from the feel of it. Looks like we got some answered questions. Nice. From Joe Mohler. Joe Mohler here signed a testimonial from the looks of it. Very nice return from him. Got my cards tucked inside. That is a testimonial. That is a pretty big trifold testimonial. Very cool. 69 Topps represented on the front of that testimonial. I sent him a 68, a 70, and 71. So he filled out my 4-year stretch there with his own. replica 69 tops. Nice signature from Joe. 8 years in the big leagues, all with the Dodgers, all as a righty pitcher. Of course, our third righty pitcher of the day, actually. Joe Mohler answered some questions here. Let's see what he said here. How many autograph requests do you get in a week? He said 3 to 5 a week. Is there any pet peeves you have from us asking for autographs? He said, envelopes you have to lick rather than self-adhesive, which we've heard before here. And third, do you still follow the game? He says, a little. Don't be cheap, guys. Get the self-adhesive return envelopes for these guys. They do not want to lick our envelopes at all. Make it as easy as possible for these guys to send cards, sign cards, and send them back. That is my philosophy and motto, and that should be everyone's philosophy and motto. Nice return from Joe. I'm reminded of a Reindeer Studios video from a few years ago. I know Scott did a doodle of Joe Mohler and sent it to him, and I think he requested like 20, like he wanted to buy 20 more off him. And his son even commented in the video in the comment section. So that was a very cool return. Very nice doodle from Scott over there at Reindeer Studios. Talented guy. Make sure you follow his channel. But Joe Mohler, nice to get my own returns here, my own signatures on the 3 classic cards, 69, 68, 70, and 71. Let's move on, guys, to our 6th return of the day. Jackson, Mississippi for our 6th return. We just got 1 envelope left to open after this one. And we have, looks like we got some more vintage. And I think we got some more answered questions here, if I can untangle this pile of paper. It looks like we got some questions answered in there, hopefully. We got Mr. Dalton Jones, who signed his rookie card along with Pete Charlton. Pete does sign, so I can maybe get those signed as well and completed. Very cool. 9-year career for Mr. Dalton Jones, 61 years ago, made his debut in 1964, 20-year-old for the Red Sox. Let's see what the questions are here. Looks like he cut the last question off, which is weird. How many autograph requests do you typically get? He said, I get about 60 a month, which is a ton, in my opinion. Is there anything that annoys him about getting mail from us TTM requesters? He said, no, I enjoy getting the mail. So awesome return, awesome answers to the questions. Kind of weird to cut that last question off, but Dalton Jones, nice return. Utility infielder / pinch hitter for the majority of his career. Like I said, 9 years in the big, 6 with Boston, 3 with Detroit, and he was traded to the Texas Rangers for his final year in 1972. Actually, that was when Ted Williams was managing the Rangers. Ted Williams, who helped sign him to his Red Sox deal when Dalton was 20 years old. So awesome return from Dalton Jones. Let's move on, guys, to our final return of the day. And our final return of the day is from the city of brotherly love. Got an index card here, unsigned, and we've got vintage Bobby Wine. Bobby Wine, 12 years in the bigs as a player, 8 with the Phillies and 4 with the Expos, including a gold glove in 1963. He was a shortstop and a third baseman. Got this oddball card signed from here. No idea where I got that from or what it is. If you guys can let me know because I don't know where I got that from. 1985, that was the year he took over for the fired Eddie Haas as the interim manager of the Braves. Also was a coach for the Mets system for a while. And pretty much was Bobby Cox's right-hand man. And after I think Bobby Cox retired from managing, I think that was probably Bobby Wine's last year as a coach for the Atlanta Braves. A nice return from Mr. Bobby Wine. There's information. Awesome way to end this week's Through the Mail Monday. Put it in the books, guys. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. And, of course, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I do this every single week. I've done it for the last 312 weeks in a row. We are now several weeks away or out from New Year's Eve. The holidays are over with. It's time to move on with the new year. And, of course, hopefully we get some nicer weather. I know the Northeast and whatnot, the South, the coastal down there and the Carolinas. I mean, they're supposed to be getting snow. Not sure how it's going over there. Here in Oregon, we actually had almost a whole full week of no rain, which is absolutely incredible. It does look like it rained maybe early in the morning on Friday, but I wasn't up for that, so that doesn't count. It does look like it's wet outside, so it must have rained sometime during the day, but it's not raining now, which is incredible. But that's how it is right now. Hopefully the weather, hopefully the California wildfires down there, they can get some water down there as well. Bummer. I've just spent a couple of trips to LA these last few months actually. In fact, I took this picture flying out of LAX, and this is taking a look at basically Santa Monica Pier there on the right, and towards the left, of course, that's where all the destruction took place. Way past the pier, kind of towards where the mountains are. So very weird. I remember very distinctly looking at the coast, and I just know how much money is there and how expensive those houses are and property is. And I just remember looking at that plane and staring out there. And now I'm looking at like interactive, before after wildfire maps of the before and after shots of what the satellite images look like now. And it looks like it did when I flew out and watched the coast of, watched the coast as we flew back to Oregon on our little Delta flight there, or whatever we took, United. And yeah, just absolute shame, heartbreaking for any of you down there. Hopefully you guys are out of harm's way, and hopefully we get some, I guess the wind just needs to stop blowing, and really serious issues down there in California, really terrible. So a bummer, beautiful area. Really sucks to see what's happening down there. Of course, the death toll, that's terrible. And of course, animals and pets and all that stuff is also terrible. And hopefully these people can get their lives back together. Of course, all the sentimental things that they lost, I can't even imagine any of that stuff happening to me. I'd go crazy. So, but aside from that, now that I said that, you know what's going to come now. Thankfully, we're all sports people here, and you kind of maybe get where I'm coming from. But what was lost? What memorabilia was lost? These millionaires had probably really cool stuff. I'm sure a few of them were sports fans. I mean, I wonder what sort of one-on-ones or unique pieces that are irreplaceable, basically. So have been lost in this fire, which is horrible. So, but yeah, that's stuff I think about. Maybe one or two of you out there think about it too. So just wonder if we're going to hear stories about sort of collections that might have been lost in this fire, and what sort of people. Of course, these people have tons of money. Most of them do. They're not going to be. They keep to themselves. They're not going to be publicizing this stuff. But I am curious to know what was lost. I mean, Jeff Bridges' houses went up. He's a great photographer. He took tons of photos. Don't know what was lost there. Probably a lot of photos, and maybe some of his Big Lebowski wardrobe, which was his own personal wardrobe he wore during that movies. So yeah, just stuff like that crosses into my head, pops into my head. Just wondering how much stuff was saved, how much stuff was lost. So yeah, just terrible. Horrible. What else is going on, guys? It's Wild Card Weekend. Well, it was Wild Card Weekend. It's over with now. And I'm filming this on Sunday morning, so I actually have no idea how it's been going as far as that's concerned. I didn't pay attention to too many games yesterday, but 4 straight videos. Of course, I got a Through the Mail Sunday out yesterday, my very first Through the Mail Sunday. I've gotten football back before. Have not gotten back in a long time. Just started a few months ago, so got 4 returns. I put out a video yesterday. Go check that out. My fully, I mean, most TTMers just mix and match whoever. Celebrities, hockey, basketball, baseball. I don't know why I segregate it so much. I just do, because majority of the send-offs and the people I'm interested in are baseball. But I'm going to send out some football, and I've got enough football TTMs to probably get me through the playoffs and the Super Bowl. And then I'm going to reload for next year. And I'm going to try to make the videos a little bit different. Try not to just do a copy and paste of my TTM videos from Monday, my baseball card videos. So hope you guys like the format. I haven't filmed it yet, so actually bear with me if this is I'm just making all this up and no video came out yesterday. But I think I'm going to get it done. And I think it's going to be different. So just trying to mix it up just a little bit. And with a shorter video, maybe can have some fun with it. So anyway, check that out. Of course, private signing video on Saturday, and of course 1987 Topps update video on Friday. All sorts of videos I'm throwing at you. Let's go crazy, guys. 2025, let's kick it off with tons of Through the Mail content. Let me know what you guys thought of this week's returns. I've already said that, so let's just end this right now before I keep repeating myself. Thanks for watching. See ya.